All right, ladies and gentlemen. Hello, hello, one and all. It is I, Badger Wild. Today we are doing a Sunday live stream. Normally I'd use this to record because we are still doing the what is it called? I am still doing Lost Planet. I'm just taking a break from it for a little bit. Um, and decided, hey, we're gonna do some streaming because I did pretty good at streaming, and we got the new internet. I've got fiber optic cable now, so I thought, hey, let's just spend the afternoon doing some streaming and stuff like that. Minecraft, hi, how you doing? Yeah, so what we're doing today is you can tell I'm on Pertam, and I'm just doing some funky stuff. We're not building anything crazy. This is just me. I wanted to build some stuff, and I thought, hey, let's let everyone just hop on here and try it. So what you're seeing here, before we go inside, I believe this is base alpha or beta. It's just like a quick, it's in the workshop. If y'all want to check it out, just look up Desert Base Alpha or Beta or something like that, and you'll see it. It's a really neat little base you can get a hold of. Those of you that are new and have no idea what I am playing, I'm playing a little game called Space Engineers. And for those that are wondering, it's a bit like Minecraft in terms of the build system, except instead of just dropping a block down, you also have to weld it up. And there's a lot of extra stuff. And plus, we've got some pretty interesting blocks. This particular, I don't think I have any mods on. I don't think. If the guns turn on and start shooting stuff, yeah, we have mods on. But I shouldn't have any enemies coming in and doing anything crazy. But for right now, let's start out by clearing this. We're going to clear our little, well, I've already got that built the way I want it, except for the landing gear. I don't want that there. Actually, no, I want to have this one redone. All right, there we go. So we're going to pull all this stuff in, which will be useful. I don't know how much of this I'm going to end up using, but we'll find out. And the first thing I'm going to need here is a set of landing gear, wherever that's at. Minecraft, I play it for years now. Nice. All right. Yeah, I've been playing it for a while. First saw Aaron and them, and then Captain Jack, and I'd never had a PC at the time. And then I got the opportunity to buy a PC from a family member who enjoyed playing games online also, and got my PC, and this was the first game I got on there. I remember jumping on here. My wife's like, "You're buying a game?" I'm like, yes. She goes, that game's like over 10 years old. I said, yes. Yes, I know. But it's a fun game. It's absolutely fun. So, what I'm wanting to do today, I had this idea the other night come to me, and I want to build sort of a skimmer bike. Well, grab these two wheels here. Thrusters, I am going to need. Where is. No, which one is this? No, no. Where is the bike cockpit? Okay, we're over there and like the big stuff. We want the small stuff. There's that. There we go. That's where the bike cockpit's at. Hey, yo, from Turkey. Leps. Leps, you from Turkey? Really? Minecraft. I play on Xbox. Yeah, you can play on Xbox. I think now there's people that are playing on PlayStation now. This is just for like what I'm doing today is going to be like for a project later on I might be doing. I don't know what it will be for, but I need a skimmer for it. Let's see. We got that. We're going to need a gyroscope. I know that much. And we are going to need some storage, possibly a light of some kind. I I don't know if we need that or not. I don't know if we need that or not. We are going to need an antenna. I'm not sure what all we'll need to upgrade this thing with. I believe I have everything. If we need more, we will need more. So, first things first. Let's go to art. Why do I have everything set to that? Let's default that right there, number one. Well, let's go back to there. There we go. Now, some of y'all have remember what is it called? The Dole? Leps. Yeah, on vacation with my dad. Awesome. Minecraft. I'm from Australia. Austria. Cool. That's the thing I've noticed about this game. I've got more people in Europe. It may be because it's over there and the company is based in Europe, but I get a lot of people from Europe. It's kind of cool. Not gonna lie. So let me think here. How am I gonna do this? I've got this up high. Go number 5 here and see. Probably gonna do the saddle cockpit here. It really depends. Let me look here for a minute. Not landing gear. I want to see what a 2x2 wheelbase is going to look like. Okay, so it's going to be a 1. Okay, yeah. I can make that work. All right, so number 5, we're just going to need the not the single cockpit. We're going to need the triple. I want to say triple, I mean it's like 3 blocks wide. So hmm. The next thing we're going to need let me think here. We're going to need batteries. I just realized we're going to need batteries for this. So let's grab some batteries here. Now pop in some solar panels too. I want to see just how big is well, a small block solar panel is going to be massive. So that's not something we're going to want to, we'll use it for anything like this. It'll be hard to build anything like this with it. That's going to be way too big for what I'm wanting to build. So what I'm wanting to do is like a small skimming scout vehicle, basically. And we're going to try and pack this thing with as many features as we possibly can because, yeah, it's going to need it. La, 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 la. Well, I don't know if I can put that in there or not. Let me think here. We are going to want a position that we can run this to. And I'm going to want the gyroscope to be on the back here where we can see it. So there's our gyroscope. There's our storage unit. I may let's delete both of those. I may come up with something else for that later. Let's also look in here because I just realized it's weird when you do games like this because you have an idea of what you want, but you don't know what all you need. We are going to need a connector so that I can connect this thing up to something. Let me see here. We'll do the new connector because it's kind of nifty. I could do something like that so I could still have access to it, I think. Yeah, we can access it from there. Da, 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 let me see. We can put this here. And we're building this. Oh, so what am I building? Um, Trying to build a very minimalistic skimmer. That's what I'm trying to do. Gonna get most everything figured out, and this is gonna be like a small skimming scout bike. And then I'm just gonna build some skimmers while I'm here because I've got this weird kick for some reason to want to make desert skimming units. And then I'll do some other stuff. I actually have another skimmer. Let me throw it out here. We might even upgrade that today while we're at it. I believe I called it the Desert Ranger. We built this a long time ago. Oh, I'm having difficulty all of a sudden. Yeah, there we go. Let this load in here. So there we go. And the cool thing about the Desert Rover was, without anything else, because I built this with old school stuff. I could rebuild this thing, possibly make it probably make it a 5x5 wide, and it works very well. It skims really like it's supposed to. It's just a little truck. This is on the workshop, by the way, if you guys want to check it out. But this is just one of the things I'm gonna. Where did that come from? I don't remember. I don't remember putting that out there. Hmm. But yeah, this little guy here is on the workshop already. It's nuclear powered, and some of the stuff I'm wanting to do, I either want them to have just a battery life, or be. That is an interesting concept. Let's see what an engine's going to look like right here. Ooh. Hmm. Yeah, we won't do that. This will just have to be like a short range battery powered unit. Is what we're going to need. This is what all it's going to do. It's going to be pretty short range. Pretty short range. Let's go 1 and pull out some batteries here. We'll put the batteries back here. So the plan is to do this kind of like the Dole. If you've seen that thing, that was like an aerial sky bike. I'm gonna do something similar to it. Hopefully, maybe make it look good. I'm also gonna do a beacon on this thing. Where's my beacon? We'll do a beacon on here too, so you can. Yeah, we'll do a beacon right here. Just a regular one. Oh, it's kind of in the way. We'll have to figure out that later. We are going to need 2 more batteries, so I'm going to go ahead and we'll add a battery there. Maybe. Yeah. No, we won't do that. I've got my why'd you fall down there? We'll add 2 more batteries there just to give it a little bit more, and then if I recall correctly, we have, where's the rounded? There we go. There, we got our forward thrust right there. If I can remember how the Dole went. Let's pull that up. Um, let's do Hog 1 because I modified this one myself. I want to see how they did there, how we had that one work. Okay, yeah. Hey, all right, just fall down there, buddy. So looking at this, it has like a 3 points. Oh, I just realized I missed something while I was building. Let's look at this thing, see how it was built. Okay, I'm gonna need some kind. We're gonna take these batteries off real fast. So now, chew. Okay, that. Okay, yeah, there we go. Whoops, knocked a hole in the wall. That's not good. So there's what could be our first part of the skimmer. We're going to delete that off. I want that to be a little bit further out in the front. So how are we going to do that? How am I going to do that? First off, let's grab the batteries that we need. And looking at this, I can put 2 thrusters on either side. What's sitting there? Okay. So let's grab a storage container because we want some storage on this, obviously. We're also going to grab this thruster here. And we're going to set it right there. And then another on the other side. Because like I said, this is going to be a skimmer. It's got to skim around just a little bit. And I don't need that there. But I am going to need access to the system because the batteries are not going to be as crazy as what I thought they were going to have to be. And there we go. We've got that curve right there. So I can still access all my stuff if I want to. And let's see. Number 1, we're going to slap on about 2 batteries back here. And we're going to put another storage container. So we'll have a decent amount of storage while this thing works. And then number 2. Grab that. Spin it around. And that should give me the first part of the skimmer bike there. So that's going to be a pretty good distance. I may pull this in a little bit. And then we can add thrust stuff on the back of it. Let's do that right now. Yeah, we'll do that. So you see, we're going to get something kind of similar to looking to this. And it's just going to be a small skimming bike that we can jump out there and drive around with. It'll help out and do a whole lot of cool stuff. Okay. So now, let me think here. We need 2 more batteries, I would suppose. Let me look here and make sure I'm doing that correctly. Okay, yeah, we're going to put those in upside down just to make it look a little more impressive. And then kind of long. I think we can get away with just 1, and then I'll pull this back in. I don't know if these twin thrusters right here like that are going to be any good. We may do something different with the upper part of this thing. We've got side-to-side thrust. We've got side-to-side thrusters. So I got some side-to-side thrusters. I don't need up and down thrust. That's one of the good things on here. I don't need that. Let me look at this and see what all we have. Okay, we got all that stuff. I kind of expected these to be a little bit closer together. I don't want to lose storage, but I don't know. That may be something that has to be done. Because let me see how many batteries this thing has. I believe it had like 4, 5 maybe. Let me hop on here real quick and I'll see if I can grab those. Let's do the height offset and pull those in as close as we can. Yeah, that looks better. That looks much better. So it'll be more of a skimmer bike. That's what we want. I'd like to pull it in a little closer than that. Let's go ahead and do that. Let's, I know this is going to annoy some people want to do this, but let's, because now I have a better understanding of where everything is going to go. And this also means I'm going to be able to really modify some stuff. So let's look here. And the question is going to be, where do we put our batteries? We're just not going to be able to put a whole lot of stuff on here. We're going to have to work with what we can get. There's the front, there's the back. Now I know I can put something here. Let's go ahead. Not that. We're just going to have to shove a battery right here. Or up here, one of the two. Yeah, we'll just calculate in 2 batteries there. That gives us 4. It's not a whole lot of power. I'm going to admit that right now. But that's the best we got. Let's take that off. And we're going to put this on there. We can easily access this. This will be our storage container right here. It's not going to be a lot of storage, trust me. I know. But it's the best we got right now. So, for breaking. All right, we got our thrusters all set up there. Let's start slapping those on real quick. There we go. We got side-to-side thrust. We don't need any up or downward thrust too much. There we go. And if I need to, I can just add some saddlebags to the top of this thing. It's not that big a deal. Now for the front of this, we have that there, but I want to add one more push point. We're going to just add another battery right here. And then put another thruster right about here. And I'm going to delete this, add one more battery, and move this forward just slightly. And I think that will help a lot. So you have this kind of downward sloping effect, and then I can add some stuff to this to make it look a little bit more impressive. Actually, let's go over here. Number 2, and we'll already take a look at what we can put on here. So you see, I could probably do that. Could do that. Probably not going to. Yeah, I don't know how we're going to skin it yet. We'll have to see how it drives first. We got that one thruster in the front. I don't know how much speed that's going to give us going down the road. Let's flip over here. Look at the bottom of it. And it wouldn't be a bad idea to strap a few blocks underneath. I don't know why I can't put a block there. Oh, I know why. I know exactly why. And we're going to put that right here. Like I said, just a cheap little bike that we can run with right now. Where is... There it is. That's what I'm looking for. All right, so that looks a little more like a bike. It's looking a little more like a bike. We'll zip around here and put that right under there. Okay. So yeah, it's a nice semi-bike looking design. Looks like a bike. It looks like a bike. So now let's go number 4 here. Very good. Let's do number 5. Yeah, that'll make things look a little more hawkish looking. And then I can go to number 3. Break out this nice lovely block here. We can run that back to there. Back to there. And I can kind of start coming back to here with this. Let me look here for a minute. How do we do that? That kind of creates a little deal in the back there. Now, yeah, this doesn't have a whole lot of storage on it. I understand that. It's just something that's giving us some problems right now. We're not going to have the storage, but that's not the purpose of this. This is just to be like a very, very cheap scout vehicle that can be picked up very easily. And people can just run with it. There we go. There's that. There's that. Number 9. We're going to grab one of these. There. One there. This thing should run pretty easily. It's going to be pretty light. I'm going to pull these wheels back in slightly so that it skims a little bit better, and it's just going to be like a tiny little bike. Oh no, I just realized I forgot to add something to this stupid thing. And the question is, where are we going to add it? I guess we're taking that off. I forgot the gyro. Oh no, Badger, not the gyro. Yeah, we forgot the gyro. I don't want it to be there. I want it to be down in that. There we go. Spin that, put that in there. So this is more of kind of a speed machine that you can just hop into and just go to town with. Let's go with number 4. Actually, let's go with number 6. There we go. We'll do number 6 the other side. Yeah, right there. And then number 4. That'll give us a nice road hoggish look to the vehicle. Boom. That looks pretty interesting. So now we have this nice skimmer that has a whole lot of stuff going for it. No, that was not what I wanted to do. Why? What I want to do is to delete that. Okay. That ain't supposed to happen. Oh, wait. I don't think I have this thing set to... Where is friction? Friction, set that down to nothing. And we fell over for some reason. Why did that happen? No. No, why did we fall over? Turn, stupid, turn. Oh, why did we fall over? Ugh. Come on. Ah, why is this happening? Okay, that didn't work out as well as I thought it was going to. Let's just copy this. We'll take it outside and see if it doesn't work a little better out in the yard. It may have been. Nope, for some reason it just flipped over. What the heck? Why are you flipping over on me? It just rolled over like a dog. Why? Elijah Postel. Howdy, Badger. How you doing, man? Um, Currently failing at the moment. I can't figure out why this thing tipped over like it did. I've got a gyro on it. Yeah, I just slipped right out from under it. I don't even know what the problem is. Well, huh. That's creating issues. So, that's a problem. Why in the world is that thing giving me all kinds of a fit? Uh, hmm. Let's see what can be done here. I mean, it said no, and that was it. It wasn't going to do what I wanted it to do. Okay, set that back up. Is it because the wheels are facing the same direction? Let's see if that's what the problem is. Let me see if I'm right. I did one there. We'll do this. Let's see if that doesn't help. All right, let's see if that doesn't help. Maybe that was a problem. And, why are you doing that? It almost worked. It almost worked. Let's copy this. There's something going on here. All I want is my desert bike. That's it. Some reason. Okay, that one's not skimming. For some reason, the skimmer system on this is refusing. Okay, for some reason, it's refusing to stay upright. Let me get in here and see if I can see what the problem is. Okay. There should not be anything crazy done here. All we'll turn the friction off. Let's turn the speed limits off too. Maybe that'll help. There we go. No steering either. We'll turn off the steering. Stop. Oh, why is it doing this? Okay, it's the frickin' thrusters are just going nuts for some reason. This doesn't make any sense. Back to control panel. Let's grab the wheel suspension for both of these and let's just pull them in. There now. I don't know. Maybe this thing needs... Have you set the gyro to override? I don't know. Let me check here. It shouldn't be. If I set it to override, it's going to not be running on that. So that's not the problem here. Let's copy this again. And see how it works this time. Yeah, it just slips right off. I think it just doesn't have the stability. Well, that's annoying. Maybe bigger wheels? Not a problem. Well, I don't know. That's annoying. But maybe instead of a bike, let's attempt a trike. We'll rebuild the front. That'll give me more power to play with anyway. Okay. That'll just give me all the power I need to screw around. Okay. We will grab the front of this right there. Delete. I can bring that back in like so. Come on. There we go. There we go. We've got this back in place. That just moved forward for some stupid reason. So, okay, we need more stability on this thing. You may need to add a second gyro for steering and one to keeping it upright. You know what? Let's try that first. Let's try that first. I may end up losing. We'll just lose the. We'll lose this. And we'll do steering override with one of these things. Gyroscope 2, override controls. And that might do it. I don't know. We're going to find out. So before we do all that, let's copy this here by itself. We'll take it outside. Okay, let's see if that doesn't help. Hey, that might have done it. Okay, hold on. I think the Friction, speed limit. Turn off steering. I don't need power supply to this thing. I'm going to pull the right offset in just a tad to make it look a little more interesting. Okay, now let's, whoop, whoop. What's going on? Why'd we stop? Why'd we stop? I thought I put the friction, oh, I put friction to 100%. Well, that's not very good, chat. All right, let's get this thing moving. Come on. Okay, you're gonna have to really work with it, but it's kind of working. The extra gyroscope is helping. The problem is there's no way to recharge it. And it kind of runs like a motorcycle too. This is actually pretty good. I like it. I like it. You gotta lean it when you do turns and everything. So it's actually kind of fun to do that. So it'll stay on the ground. So there we go. Now just a few more modifications to this thing. And it'll actually work good. Only problem is, I don't know how to keep it from falling over on itself. Because see, it's trying to do that right now. Yeah, I don't know why. It is just really trying. You've got to really balance this thing. And it's hard to do. You're not getting it balanced that easily. There we go. Okay, we've kind of got it balanced. And it's moving off again. Yeah, I don't know why it's doing this. Let me see if I can grab the other gyro real quick. No. Dad, come. Okay, well, never mind. We actually have enough power to flip this thing back over if we need to. So it's not that big a deal. However, I tell you what would help is if I can get off here and do it. And I can do it fast enough. That's the kicker. Okay. Let's just go. All right, right there. Let me grab number 7 here and just cycle through. I don't need you to do anything crazy. Stop. There it goes again. Oh well, we'll just let it fall. Let it fall. Let it fall. There's nothing I can do about it. All right. What we'll do if it'll stop. Ah, jeez. Just relax, little thingamabobber. My lord. I need to put something there. I don't need to. There we go. I'd like, now that things have calmed down a bit, see if I can put a kickstand out here. Okay, I need to probably put a flat panel here. And, oh, geez, I'd love to be able to put a, there we go, there. We'll delete that off. Ah, stop. Please cooperate. Ah, jeez. There. I think that might work. It's the frickin' thrusters, for some reason, are causing it to just move. I don't know why. Oh boy. So yeah, this is a nightmarish thing to work on. Let me grab this real quick. No, stop. Good Lord, you ignorant thing, quit. Okay. Groups, grab, throw in there, toggle block on and off. Let's kill it. And there. And check that out. It works. All right. So now all I need, I've got two gyros to help out with this. And the bike can now be set sideways. That actually works out beautifully. Check that out, folks. Check that out. If we have a bike, we can put a kickstand down on and it'll actually sit on. You just hop on it, turn the thing on. Now, the only other problem with this is I don't have a means of refueling it. Such as how am I gonna refuel this thing? That's a good question. Because I have to recharge this sucker at some point in time. It's only got enough power for like an hour. That's what this thing has. It's got about an hour's worth of battery life. So it's not very long. Let me see what I can do here. Instead of that, how far out will this stick? It's probably going to stick out there pretty darn far. And the question is, will I be able to stick that onto a one deal? We'll just do this. Or can I just do that? We'll do this right here. And that'll open up me being able to probably put some storage on the other side. I have no idea. We'll figure this out as we go. All right, number 7. Let's go ahead and add that little stabilizer in the back there. That one looking thingamabob. I can add that there. And yes, I am noticing the thing is tilting more the more I do this. Now, this is not something I'll be able to put onto. Whoops, that's not right. I ain't supposed to be there like that. Let me go look at the doll here for a moment. Yeah, it's a single. Okay. So we're good. We're good. We're good. But yeah, now you have a bike. You can drive right up to the to a place, you should be able to hook it up into it and charge it up with something. So that means I'll have to put some kind of charger port here in the ground, or just turn it sideways and drive right up to it. Elijah, awesome. Yeah, yeah. I'm amazed this thing is turning out as good as it is. Otherwise, I'd be sitting here going, "Oh boy, this is just not working out." Let me see if I can make this look even cooler. Oh, I can't. Wait, wait. Maybe. Maybe. Just do what I want you to do. Hmm. Can I? I think I can. Let me see what I can do here. I've got an idea. To just make it look. There we go. Let's make it look a little cooler. Maybe I can pull this off. Maybe. We're going to find out. Booyah 1. Booyah 2. And then I believe, let me check. Come on. Where you at? Where you at? Come on, I know it's there. There. That's what I need. Hey, look at that. We have a wing on the back. That looks awesome. All right, now we're talking. Let's go ahead. Let's get the other strap on there. Slap those on. And there we are. We have a skimmer bike. Now I can also modify the side here. And even though we don't have access to anything else, I can put another small cargo container right there. It has a set of saddlebags on the side. So we have a charger area, and we have a saddlebag on the side so that we can power stuff up. Let's hop on this thing and see what we can do. So I pulled up there. You hit 2. And we are out of here. So the gyroscope, you've got to maintain balance on this thing, which is all right. Woo boy. Oh, all right. We're all right. So yeah, it's a tiny little deal, and the problem is also you're gonna have to like lean into the corners when you're driving it. But yeah, I wouldn't put this thing up there because something about low tractioning a set of thrusters or one of these skimmers, if they're low traction, holy crap, do they start having problems? There you go. Ta-da! That's just awesome. I can lean that thing over and it's just stable. It's not even moving. That's awesome. Could you put the contactor on the bottom? Oh, the connector. Mm, not do that and be able to keep this thing as compact as it is. They just wouldn't do that. Now I'm wondering here. No, that's a half. There's no way I'm going to be able to do that. I would love to be able to do that, but I'm running into like space with batteries and stuff like that. I might could put it right there. But then the thing is, once it's down, I need clearance for the skimmer. Otherwise, anything that gets hit is going to get hit. This is going to be nice. Let's go ahead and do some paint jobs on this. So, since this is kind of a survival thing, we're gonna have some heavy rusted parts on here, because obviously. we'll heavily rust that one. And I will spin around here and heavily rust up that. And we'll heavily rust that in. And, well, I think we can heavily rust that. Maybe, maybe not. We'll heavily rust this end here. I may chrome that here in a minute. I'll make it look a little better. We'll rust that up. And then we got to, let's see, rusty armor. And we'll do this in, say, chat. Um, yeah, I know. Just a thought. Chat. Quick question. What color do you think I should paint this thing? Rusty green, rusty blue, rusty yellow, rusty red. Which one should I? What should I paint this thing? I think red would be nice, but it's not going to show the rust up that good. Just give me an idea what you think. The reason is because we have the large grip connector now. Yeah, the problem I have with it is if I put the connector on the bottom, like here, if I put it on the bottom, um, I don't know how much clearance it's going to take to hook the thing into it. And I think I can because this is 3 up, I think I can probably connect this into a wall socket probably. Rust red or blue? Rust red or blue? I've got the Ranger over there as red. Let's do a blue color. And we'll just paint the whole thing. Oh, dear God, that actually looks pretty good. A couple of detail actions and it'll look nice. Um, hmm. Worn. I've got a gray here. Let's see about. Let's see, can I make that better looking? Let's do the light gray, I think would be best. We're gonna go with that. And okay, why can't I paint you? Yeah, this thing looks fun. Let me flip over here and see if I can't. Almost did. I did. Oh, come on. I'm on. Why? You let me do it a minute ago. There we go. That's what I wanted to do. And there's a frickin' sandstorm. The question is why? Ugh, painting that's gonna be a nightmare. Actually, I'll tell you what. We won't paint all of that. We'll paint some of that, and I'll run the rest of that blue because it'll just have to match until then. Most important parts are going to be gray, like I wanted to be. And now I need another accent color. We'll go stark white, I suppose. No, that's not going to work. Um, Actually, make us go rusty black. Come on. There we go. Do rusty black there. And then I'll go up here and do some. There we go. Pull this thing up here and like so. Turn that off. And there we go. We got us a skimmer bike. Now, this would be a nice little scout vehicle to, just hop into and drive off with. That's a good idea. Dadgum weather is pissing me off. Be gone. Back to admin tools. Okay, there we go. We're doing good here. All right, so that skimmer is done. And I could do several versions of that. Oh, wait. Whoops. I missed a spot. There we go. That looks better. Yeah, it's still kind of moving a little bit, but it'll be all right where it's at. It'll be okay. I wish I had like a sideways one deal, but this will be fine as is. Make this look a little more interesting by running this top part here with like a black racing stripe down the top of it. There we go. But it does. It appears to be a nice little bike. I can just imagine having like 4 or 5 of these things just lined up on the outside. Why is there a frickin' battery out here? I'm afraid to delete that because there was a frickin' landing gear here a minute ago. Okay, so we don't need this anymore. So we'll delete this file. Now, what I would like to do is upgrade this a little bit more than what it already is. So we got that. I'd like to put bigger wheels on the bottom of it. And I'd like to work on the thrusters and everything and maybe make this thing gas powered. If that is possible. I think it is. Um, we'll modify this thing just a little bit. So it's more of a skimmer and then probably triple size it because with it 3 wide or with a 5 block system in the middle instead, well, like a I'll figure that out. I'll figure that out. Give me a minute whilst I delete some stuff off of here. Okay, so let's go ahead. Like I said, just randomly building today. That's all I'm doing. Let's go to P. R. Like I said, I'm kind of on a skimmer kick. Let's slap an engine on this thing. Well, look at the engine here. We can do that, or we can do this. If I do this, I don't have to mess with the sizes or anything. It stays about the same. And we just have like a block engine in the middle. Yeah, we'll do that. Here we go. Now, this time to save myself some sanity and to make things go faster. No. Why is it putting it there? That's weird. Okay, let's just do that. 5. There's our engine. All right, let's try this. Why is it centering right there? What the hell? Okay, you know what? That's where it's going to go. That's where it's going to go. I can't tell you why it's going to do that. I can tell you this much. We got around it. There, that's what I needed. Okay, so we're going to slap that there. Make that a connection port. Crapola. Here comes the fun part. Next, let's push this back to there. Let's grab the cockpit system here, number 5. Seriously. All right, let me look at this outside here. Okay, I do have a small opening there. That'll be fine. So it'll have to go around it. I just need to get it to go around it. Okay. Let's do a corner block here. And a second, that'll go that way. That should enable me to... Why? Okay, F you. There. That's just how it's going to have to go. I don't like it. I don't like it at all. All right, we're going to try something different here. Also, the dang engine starts up. I'm hearing it the whole time. All right, here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna turn the engine block sideways because we need an engine. And I'm gonna turn this joker off because I'm tired of hearing it. There we go. That's nicer. That's nicer. Okay. So then we'll have one seat there. Okay, screw you. There. Oh, that's annoying. Okay, so we've got a 5x5 system going on here. We're not going to have all the fixings we had before. Um, Probably not going to have everything sticking up like it's supposed to. We'll have to modify some stuff to make it work good. I feel like I'm hearing something. The turret just turned like it was ready to go kill something, and I was like, oh no, what is attacking us now? So, number two, see where this can go. So, we have our Delio here. I like the way the engine is portrayed right here. What I want to do is I don't want to lose that. I kind of want to modify this thing so it looks like it's coming out of like a big block engine. Try to figure out how to do that. Let's see. Let's see. See what this looks like. I'm gonna put it on there. All right. Okay, that looks good. Number three. This is, yeah, that's right. Okay. Hmm. It's interesting. I'm not gonna lie. And a little bit of work, I think I can make it really snap into place. That's where the block is at. And I kind of want this a little further forward. What is the size of the 3x3 exactly? I know the deal is basically the same size. Oh yeah, that's too much wheel. That's way too much wheel. All right, we're not doing that. We're not doing that. Back to number two. We'll do that there. Now, the kicker here is going to be what goes where. Let's go number four. Okay, that's done. There's going to have to be a probably an undercarriagement here. Let's go half block here. All right, we'll go with a half block system. Ooh, I just came up with a great idea. I just came up with a great idea. I think I did. We'll run these slats here like that. And then, okay, this kind of screws with the engine a bit. I think I can build a header on this thing. Let me see if I can do that. I think I can use the same trick I used before to build some type of header. Oh, no! Crap. Well, everything fell apart right there. Little piece right there off. Okay. All right. Restarting again. God, and I had such a great idea too. I think I'm gonna half block the bottom. Of course, I don't know. Yeah, let's try to put this thing back together again. Let us turn you off. There we go. Now, this. Do that. I need to build up the front here. I need to see. All right, we got all that finished up. I'm probably going to half block the top of it a specific way, and then that'll give us a nifty looking little front. I was going to do something different, but I think I'm just going to go with what I had designed, with what I'm designing now. And then go to number 9, and I can crouch down here. There, we got a nice grill. Is it perfect? No, not by any means, but it's serviceable. That's all it needs to do. It just needs to service it just a little bit. Let us see. Let us see. What are we doing next? Number 3. Out there, because I'm not sure. Shove that right there. We got number 2 here. Oh yeah. And who knows? I might be able to put some lights in here somewhere. I'll run something up the side. We got 3 thrusters pushing forward, so that should be fine. Instead of 4. We don't have 4 thrusters, but we got 3. That'll be fine. Now, so for the batteries, this is where I'm probably going to put the batteries at. There we go. 4 batteries will be almost impossible not to fill up. I'll put some kind of deal on it for that. Let me think here. I'll put something on it so that we can control a little bit better. I am also going to add a hydrogen tank on the back here, the small one. 1, 2. That doubles up our hydrogen capacity for the engine. So the engine can power up. We'll also add a couple more batteries in there somewhere. That won't be an issue. And then we'll just have this nice truck bed in the back. And if I want, I can add a turret or something to it. I might put 3 good thrusters on the side and maybe a big turbojet thruster on the back end. Never know how that'll work out. So let's go number 3. And boom, we'll install that there. And then for the bed, that'll be enough there. Now also, I think, nope, it's not on this one anymore. I forgot. I keep forgetting. They have seats as their own category now for some reason. Seats have become their own category. I don't know why. We are going to add some seats in the back here. And you'll be able to just yank these out and put something else in there. It's not that big a deal. It's more like a carrier, basically. So the main thruster that's going to get this thing moving is going to be 2 large thrusters, which I'll have those on either side. That's going to give us a lot of speed, obviously. That's going to give us a lot of speed. We'll do that. And I'll add some type of cover over them to make it look a little bit more, fancy. Imperial Scout Trooper. Hello, I know I'm late. What is happening? Oh, um, nothing much. I'm just doing skimmers right now. I'm just building a couple easy skimmers. And whoa, that is a big wheel. It's like a messed up boob job right there. What the heck? Oh, I had it on 3x3. Oh, that's bad. Drop that. Yeah, that looks far better. Way better. Way better. Way better. Okay. We want at least 2 skimmer bits in the back. We have these thrusters on the back end here that'll be working out pretty good. Now all I need is side-to-side thrusters and a gyroscope, and we're done. This thing shouldn't be falling over, so a single gyroscope should be enough, I'd think. We'll put one up here, and we'll put one back there. So we've got 2 gyroscopes to turn this thing. Now, the next thing I need is a few more batteries, obviously. Actually, let's look at storage. What we got in terms of storage? Got a fridge, an oven, a microwave, a coffee machine. Let me see the fridge here. Can I get into the fridge? Yes. What does the fridge hold? It holds 24 liters of stuff, so it's not perfect. Mm. Oh, it has to have ah, that makes sense. Okay. Nope. Nope, we can't use that. Can't use that, unfortunately. Let's see. What else have we got here? We got a weapon rack. Actually, I know exactly where this can go. We'll put a first aid cabinet right there. Actually, no. Slap a weapons casing right there. And then we'll have to do something on the sides. I still got to figure out where this thing is going to hook up into. because I don't have a hookup for it. Oh, that's bad. That's bad, Badger. That's bad. You didn't think that far ahead, bub. Okay, I didn't think that far ahead. Sorry, guys. Let's delete that, and then we'll flip that up there like so. Actually, we'll do the port because that'll be easier to get to, I think. And there we go. Okay, so that's gonna work in that fashion. Let's add about 1 or 2 more batteries here. Add about 4 more on each side. There we go. Don't have to worry too much about that. Well, actually, let's do that. And we're going to have to add a bed there. Because I think what I'm going to do, those are the left. Really? Oh, they are. That's the wrong deal. Huh. Number 3. Let's put that there. And then I can add another battery. And we'll add 1 more, and we'll have a double up on the skimmering right there. Actually, no. Here's what we'll do. We'll delete those. What did I just delete? I removed something. I don't know what it was. We're just going to pretend it didn't happen. 2 skimmers for the back here. And then number 2. There. We got like a little skimmer port in the back of it. So we got a bit more stability when this thing drives. Because, dear Lord, it's going to need some stability. We'll do that. No, we'll do this. I don't know why I did that, but screw it. Okay, so we got that all working out. All it really needs now is some side-to-side thrust. I don't know how many of those I'm going to need. I'm hoping 3 of those will be enough on each end. Just right there. That'll probably do. Okay, let's copy this bad boy. Okay, let's do this. Propulsion. Turn off power. Pull things in just a tad. Friction to 0. And there we go. This will take a bit. Come on. Usually does. Come on. There's always that one wheel. Yeah, there we go. There's always that one wheel that gives you issues right before the whole thing takes off. There's always one wheel. Now, for those of you that are wondering, oh crap, Badger, that thing just doesn't seem to have the battery power. It will. It will. Trust me. It's the side-to-side thrust. It's actually the main thrusters are giving me a lot of fit. They're actually way more powerful than this thing needs to be. But I just remembered our power plant is off. Ah, there we go. So now we have a mini skimmer for small tactile stuff to do. Nothing fancy. Now, one of the reasons I don't like bringing skimmers onto bases, I don't know if Keen has solved this or not, but there's a small problem when you go from voxel to block. Right there. I don't know why it does that. Going kind of slow. Yeah. Once again, and you see that shake going on right there? That's the problem with going from that to voxel. So yeah, let's take this thing out of here right now. Spin it around. We've got the this thing is just built to be fast. In other words, it's a little bit faster than the bike skimmer. Called the Ranger 2. I'm going to build a header for this thing when I get done. The final version is going to be awesome, but so far it is driving good like it's supposed to. Okay, looking Imperial Scout Trooper. Okay, looking decent so far. Suggestion for another project: a hover tank, uh, hover vehicle slash tank. We could do a tank at some point, but right now these are just like some very baseline scout stuff. I have a plan for this stuff. I've been wanting to build it for a while, and like I said, I have a plan for it. I just had to figure out how that plan is going to go down. But so far, this thing is looking amazing as it skims along. I'll do some shaping and stuff to it and put a header on it so it's got a nice big V8 look at it on it. But yeah, it looks good. Looks amazing. The reason why the Ranger 1 was so big was because it had to have I had to fit all the thrusters in, and I've got smaller thrusters now. Let's hop out of this thing. That's a whole lot easier than the bike was. By the way, Imperial Scout Trooper, you ain't seen the bike, I don't think. Fun thing about this is you have to keep it balanced or it starts flipping over on you. I got to keep this thing balanced up or it will fall over. So it's operating like an actual bike. So yeah, this works out pretty good. Turns out I need one gyro to just kind of override everything, and so I can have the power to do other stuff with it. Yeah, it's working good. And when you get done with it, you bring it back to base like you're gonna put it up, and you cause the thrusters that are giving it the issue. And there you go. You got your bike all put up and snagged. It's kind of leaning against that, but nah, nothing I can really do about it. See, here's the thing. I'm getting more random blocks. I'm afraid of deleting some of that stuff. I'm afraid of what'll happen. Also, this needs a light. I just realized that's going to need a light somewhere. Hmm. Things for later. All right. This thing's working pretty good. Let's see. Let's see what I can add to it here. Go to 3. We're probably going to push these up a bit, like so. And then number 9. I don't know if I want to do that or not. Because I do like that suspension being there. We'll do some of this. And then the light, what I could do, where's that at? Number 8. Ah, see, this is where we end up in problems. Yeah, can't put that light on there. But we can put this on. That'll work. And then we can go ahead and strap one of those on there. Some of that. And then I can just work down the side of this thing, making this look a little bit more heavier built. Go to 6, like so. And then I think there's another one I have already set up for that. There we go. Number 3, we'll pull that doodad out. Give it a nice car look, kind of a Cadillac and dinosaurs kind of look. Do that there. There. 9. Ooh. That's going to create some issues right there. I may have to replace 2 of those and round them out. Yeah, I may have to round 2 of those out there. Oh well. Oh well. Like I said, we skinning today. All right, there we go. That gives it a little bit more look to it. Let me think here. How am I going to do this side? Oh, I know. I need a... Let's look at this catwalk block here. I have an idea for it. And there we are. That's exactly what I was looking for. Yeah, we'll do 1 for now. Because I'm going to see if I can do this anyway. Hmm. All right, let's see if I can find the block that will snap to this. I think I have. I think we can. Yes, we can. Look at that. Will it snap onto here? Yes, it will. We're about to make this look pretty interesting right now. All right, crouch down here. Nope, that's not it. There we go. Now that should also work on the other side, I would think. Yeah, there we go. Now I can repeat that on the other two ends. We get some armor plating. Check that out. That's going to have to go here. And then the next one's going to have to go up here. Where are you? There's the one I'm looking for. There we go. We have some coverage for the engine block. And then for right in here, there. We got some armor plating right there. Just for that. I think for this one section here, we'll go number 9. And we'll do some of that. And then I can probably run some parts over the top here. Nice, but if you have to keep it up, then it's not a great design. Um, well, no, it'll keep itself running pretty easily, I suppose. It's not that big a deal. If you're talking about the bike, that's just meant to be for something special anyway. It's doing exactly how I want it to work at the moment. At the moment, it is working. At the moment. Okay, what's next here? Let's see. Number could go 3. Gonna go 9. So I want this to look a little more heavier built. That's gonna be like a very simplistic scout vehicle. That's all it's gonna become. Okay, that's working out pretty good. We'll have to finish up the back of this deal, though. All right, getting into it's going to be a job. So we're going to add a small ramp here in the back. And then I'm going to do this here. Just like so. So now, jump up here in the back, and we can sit down in it. And we can be driving off in this, or I can rip all the seats out and just slap a turret in the back of this thing if I want to, and make a turreted version. All right, that works. Let's throw some tail lights on this thing. Where's the lights at? Number 8. Where's the tail lights? Oh, that's not the right lights. Where's my tail lights at? Okay, we need a different. There, it's in a different category of lights altogether, I bet. You can feel my frustration through the screen. There we go. Oh yeah, I almost forgot. We need that header. We got to make that engine look good. 7. Let's see here. Let's slap a. We need something to hold this with. We're gonna put that there. Oh crap! I can't do that. Hang on. This can be done. There we go. That's 1. Come on, where are you guys? There it is. That's looking good. Now the only problem is this piece right here is in the way. That's the only problem here. Shoot. Otherwise, I could pull this header out here and it would look really cool when I got done with it. Let's just, that sucks. We'll delete that. That header's just a little too long. I need to shorten it a bit. What did I just delete? Oh, okay. Okay. I got the right thing. I got the right thing. Everyone remain calm. The right stuff got deleted this time. Make sure I can get this deleted out of here without tearing too much stuff up. Okay, here we go. So, let's go ahead and go back to this piece. We're gonna need a slope. I can attach there. There's our light armor quarter panel, but no. No, I just realized I messed up there. There we go. That works. I have to work within dimensions of this thing because, dear Lord. There's that. And we got one more. Put that right in there, and that makes a nice looking header. Let me try one more key difference here. Oh boy, hope I don't do. Oh, I'm a little nervous here. Okay, did that. We're gonna modify this just once more with a block here, and then. Oh yeah, check that out. Check that out. That looks so cool. Now we're talking. Got a serious looking header up there. Now I wonder is where my stupid brain starts trying to manipulate systems and whatnot. So let's read through the chat here. Hover truck, yes. Outcast 01. Yes, it is a hover truck. Also, with a hover vehicle, tank suggestion before I pictured actually hovering like the AT-AT or the MTT or other Star Wars vehicles. That would be doable. You'd have to you would have to set the you almost have to put a speed limit on it. You'd have to prevent it from moving really fast. I thought that looked great. Yeah, it does. It's looking better now. So I've got this header right here on the front working really good. I wish I could put a light in here. I'll show you what my plan there was. Put like a light right in there and then paint that like red and turn it off. And it would basically work like it's supposed to. I could add that in the front. We'll leave it like it is. It's looking good. So we got this monster engine with a header on the front of it. And this thing seems to be working right like it should be. So what else do I want to put on here? I would love to put some windows, but it's kind of an apocalyptic vehicle, so nobody really cares. Let's go ahead and take it now. Run out here real quick and test this bad boy out in the dark. Uh-huh. Uh-huh. And drop. Delete. All right, what is happening here? I think I've got... Ah. I want no power to it. Pull the right offset in. Kill that. And done. Now, like I said, there's always that one that screws with it. And also, I haven't turned on the engine. So there we go. And off it drives. One of those things you and your buddies can get into and drive around in. And it appears it doesn't need the other gyroscope either, because it's turning pretty good. With the 4 on here, it's pretty stable. So imagine you have like 2 or 3 of these things, and one of them's got a main gun on it, and the other 2 are just troop transports. You and a group of guys just go flying in there trying to see what you can tear up. Okay, so now the next thing I got to do, I'll have to program all this stuff later. and see how better that's going. Grexion, hey Badger, how's it going? Just doing a stupid stream where I make a couple of skimmers. Just making some light skimmer-like vehicles and whatnot. Let's see. Rusty Red is where we're going with this one. And for some reason, tonight has just hit my ear. Okay, here we go. So we're going to have to make some things. I'm going to do a dark gray this time because that almost ended up being a bad thing. Just doing some detail work here. There we go. Oh, that's going to be fun to get all them little pieces. There we go. Sometimes you'll hear me kind of audibly hold my breath because I'm not sure what's going to happen. Oh, jeez. Shift and P. Put that back where it's supposed to be. And Shift and P. I accidentally hit the wrong thing. There we go. Now I might do, since I've got that dark gray, I'm going to see if I can get away with a nice white. Some of that there. That there will change those white behind, and then I think the actual internals right here. I think we're going to go ahead and do a heavy rust. Nope, not like that. That doesn't look good at all. We'll change that back to red, just the cockpits and everything. Just give it a little bit more contrast. Heck yeah. Check that out. Imperial Scout Trooper. Also, if it's a scout vehicle, you should add a periscope. This will be more of a, I guess you could call it more of a general purpose small vehicle. You could slap a container on the back of it. You can put some mag plates down and go grab stuff. It does a whole lot of things that you'd really want it to do. And it'll like I said, you can troop transport this kind of thing, like how you'll have this and you'll be doing troop transport stuff the whole time. I may change that to a gray that engine will look better with. If you're making skimmers, you should take a look at my skimmer bike I made some time ago called the Strider. I will take a look at that at some point in time. Actually, let's do that right now. Let's take a look at that. We'll jump in here. And fortunately, we can do browse system from here. Let's see. I think it was called the skimmer. Oh, Strider. That's what it was called. All right, redo that. There's about 17 pages, so if Strider's on here, we're going to find it. Is that it? Yep. Just dropped my phone. Hang on. Let's kick on here and see who that is. I don't know who built that one. I don't know if that's it or not. Let's keep going here. If it is, I know it's on page 2. G28 Strider. Hold up now. Wait. Yep, that's it. Let's do that. And let's see here. I think it's what, G dash 28? Yeah, G dash 28. Oh, come now. Oh, that's nifty. That's actually a pretty nifty use. Yours actually got a little bit better looking. I might use this too. Well, it's nuclear powered. But yeah. Let's see. Well, we need light. Let's get some light. Why is it the time of day is so bad right now? There we go. Oh, this is nifty. This is almost like there's a hovering scout tank that is built like this. I guess you stick your hand through the fan blades to recharge the put the nuclear reactor stuff in the reactor. Well, that was a nice little ATV, I'm not gonna lie. I'm trying to figure out is how'd you get the wheels to do that? What? Oh. Oh, that's cool. I never thought of that. That is actually really nifty. So, chat, what he's done here is Grexion put the steering override. I'm guessing that's what this is. If I modify this, yeah. So that's what he's done. He's adjusted the steering angle up here to the max, and then he's put steering override on fully. So the whole system now steering override. So it looks like a little mini hovering bike. Oh, that is so cool. That is actually really cool. Huh. I'll admit, man, this was actually a really good idea right there that you did that. See, this is the cool thing about builds. Some of y'all, the builds that y'all do, and this thing looks like a shark too. It's actually really good. Steering override, yes, I see that. This thing would be a good starter. It's just the nuclear reactor I have problems with because the um the reason I have a problem with that is because the way I'm wanting to do something, I'm wanting something where you have to manage it a little bit more. The other reactor, this could be like one of those really advanced things you could get with a small reactor. I guess it could work. It could work. Yeah, that looks good. Oh, if you want to see a tank though, I just remembered I've actually got this on the deal. Let me pull a tank out here. But that's really cool. I'm gonna have to use that for something. I don't know what. Let me look down through here. I've got tons of crap. I'm gonna figure. I don't know what this is called exactly. I know it's down here at the bottom. Now this is clingy as all get out. Okay, where's it at? Where's it at? Where's it at? Where are you at? This one, I think. Okay. Okay, so some of that's not available. Let's go down further. I've got another one that might be available here somewhere. Come on. What has happened? All right, make sure I didn't miss that. Okay, no. All right, buddy, where are you at? I know you're here. This guy, I think he's vanilla. Yeah, he's vanilla. There you go. This thing is complicated as all get out. Getting into it is fun. Okay, let's see if I remember how this thing works. Let me see here. I think number 8 puts the grip down to nothing. And this was before anything else, so number 7. Yeah. Now I think you can control this. Let's see. Let's turn off 7. There we go. There we go. There we go. There we go. I can control this better now. You can see there it's got miniguns for attacking things. We've also got, I can do number 6, turn that on. You can fire off each cannon at a time, or do them individually. Like I said, this is one of those things that was really cool. You imagine attacking a position with one of these things. Getting into like some desert warfare with this. It looks good too. I can't remember who built this. I'll have to look them up later. But then you also have the ability to put it into park. You have this nice little tank driving around here. So what was it? Leo Hovermech. Let's see what that is there. Rexion telling me he's got a Leo Hovermech on here. Let me see here. I'm not seeing a Leo Hovermech. Is it this one? Leo Combat Tactical Arms? Leo, it is my latest created. Well, yeah, it'd be this year. I wonder if that's it. Because I vaguely remember it, and that looks like the most familiar one, but I want to make sure before I grab it. Let me look here. We got this one. Well, this is 9 of last year. Okay, we'll search. All right, search the TCA 06, I think is what he said. 06. Let's see what that gives me. TA 06. Oh, all right, here we go. There it is. I think that's it. believe that is it. Let me see here. That one is recent. We'll get the most recent one I can find. That appears... Oh, yeah, that'll be the most recent one. We'll do that one. And we'll go back here. Come on. There we go. We'll try him out. Oh, let me flip him over here. Oh, this is like, what is that? Karatas, I think is what it is. Okay, how do I get in the mech? How do I get in the mech? How do I get in the mech? Huh. How do I get in this thing? I fly up here and look around. Is there a way in, or is this a drone? There's got to be a way in this thing. Where is it? Oh, how do I get in it? Is it a... Is it just a drone that you can send out? Let's see. Remote access Leo control. Oh, here we go. Where's the guns? Ah, it's a drone. Okay, that makes a lot more sense. Oh, that's cool. So it sits down. Neat. What's 9 do? Oh, it adds a piston to it. All right, all right, all right. That's cool. Where's the let's go back in there since I'm running this thing. AI basic task. Follow me. Will he follow? Well, he doesn't seem to know me. Let's see here. Yeah, basic task. Error, no active grid. Oh, okay. Let's see. Was there... Yeah, behavior on. Oh, all right. Here we go. Oh, he's just going to follow me and kill anything that gets in my way. Ah, that is nice. That is cool. Okay, compare him with this. Actually, no, not compare. Oh, yes, look at this. Now I see a small army of them. We have a command unit and our mech coming with us. Now we're talking. Oh yeah, that's terrifying. Imagine this comes over the horizon. It's got a couple of those behind it. Keeping up with me? Oh man, he keeps up pretty good. Yeah, that's something that you can bring into combat with you. There's a drone you can use. There we go. Yeah, man, Graxion, that's actually pretty nifty. I like it. And then if I need to, I can just seize control of it at any point in time. I think I can seize control of it. We'll turn the basic AI behavior off so he stops following. Otherwise, he'll follow me all over the place, and I won't be able to get nowhere. Oh, whoops! I'm on the wrong one. Yeah, that there would be great if you had one that you could jump into and be like a command unit. Put a couple turrets on it, slap a turret here, a couple turrets on top, and then have just like one heavily armed command unit and a bunch of these guys following him in. And then when all heck breaks loose, this thing turns around and says, "Yep, screw it, we're gonna go kill that guy." Let's see, we got an ore processing facility over there. That's come up. So yeah, we've got some cool stuff built up. I got a bike and I got the one thing built. It's 416 right now. Oh, now try the Leo R. Fuck. Well, I forgot how I do this. Okay, I'm back. Whew, that was weird. Pressed F9 and I'm like, oh wait, how'd I end up in space? So they're like, oh no, 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 this is not what I had planned on. But we're fine, we're okay. Let's try let's see, how was that? TCA Ash, let's see, what is it? Leo R? I think it is. Okay, there's the Leo R. We'll get him. I thought I okay, where's the Leo R at? Let's pull this up again. TCA. Ah, this is what I was talking about. So this is the command version, apparently. And you hop into this thing and you have access to all the weapons. Oh, it's pretty stable, man. Piloting around. This is actually a pretty stable machine. I'm not gonna lie. I'll say this right now, your trick with the bike has inspired me to try something later. Let's see. For 3 on. Ah, that crap happened. So this will be the command variant for this particular thing. I should really do something with this. I really should. That's actually really cool, man. Yeah, I'm gonna have to look at those a little bit more in depth and do something with them. That's gonna require more than a regular review. That's gonna require something a little more tactful. So I'm guessing the cannons are automatic. Do you have a Discord channel? Yes. Yes, I do. Um for I don't know if you look on the channel because I don't have it in this yet in this particular live stream. I've got to start doing that, going through the live streams and everything and putting them on. But the oh, it has auto target. Nice. So Grexion's telling me it's got auto targeting and everything. This is actually pretty cool. I need to do something with that. By the way, the Discord channel in any of the other videos I do, like the ship reviews or build reviews or any of the tips videos that I got, any of those will have the Discord link. It's the Late Nighters. So you can just hop on. Me and a couple of friends of mine started it a while back, and it's got me, I think, and AO Chris when he live streams. It's just there mostly as an alert, but it also has all our space engineer stuff on there. So everyone that's built something and that's part of the channel, they usually go on there and start showing off what they built. Here's his Discord server. Thank you, Grexion. But I think I'm going to have to head off, guys, because we got our stuff together. But right now, I'm in the process of I've got to head to church at the moment. Trying to do right and all that nonsense. So I'll probably be heading off there in a minute. Let me move this truck over there. Now we got going. See, now this is what I'm talking about. I need to have like a skimmer server. I know people probably have already done it, but I have different rules I would imply on this for a skimmer channel. See, there's another thing I'm worried about right now is I've been building stuff and this stuff has just been appearing out of nowhere. We also have this nice little bike I got here for those of you who hadn't seen this yet. And this thing has a bit of issues. It's not meant to be perfect. It's just meant to get a job done. That's it. Major issue I'm running into is it's really hard to turn at speed. Oh, stop. No. No, we must be on an incline. Must be an incline. That must be the problem. Turn that off. And geez, that is just going to be an issue trying to. There we go. All right, the bike is where it needs to be. The bike is where it needs to be. But yeah, got some cool stuff. Checking out some other stuff from builds of yaws and starting some stuff here, building this stuff up. I'm gonna do something with this. I'm gonna come up with an idea for this for the followers. Yeah. You can go on there, dude. I think it's I don't know is sitting there asking for the followers. Yeah, you can go there. You can check out anything anyone's ever built. Someone is on the Space Engineers part of the server, and they are just building stuff constantly. Grexion's got stuff. I think Elijah's on there building stuff. Just about everyone on the channel has been on there, has posted something. And sometimes you post something on there, and I'll get on there and I'll grab hold of it and I'll take a look at it. Sometimes oh, what is it I'll do? I'm trying to think here. Sometimes what I'll do is I'll sometimes find something that I really like that y'all built and I'll try to review it. Been a couple guys been on there. Grexion's been on a couple of times, and lots of people. Rexion actually helped me out with some missiles a while back, so that was really helpful. But anyway, I'm gonna have to head out, guys, because I'm gonna have to take off and, like I said, get to church and whatnot, and have some fun with that. But anyway, see y'all guys later. Probably gonna do another streams are gonna be coming up on either the mornings or at night. And we also have a vote going on whether or not I should use subgrids on the new build we're going to be doing. And this here is just going to be a side project I work on for later as I figure some stuff out. Anyway, hope you guys enjoyed the video. And as always, stay safe, stay frosty, and I'll see you guys.